What's up, guys? All you guys that are fathers, happy Father's Day. Do I have a treat for you? Let me see. How do I flip the camera? All right.
So is that called any particular type of, is that
Nope.
particular not, or no?
It's just nylon.
So with the tie, you got to tie it a certain way?
All right.
I'm in San Diego, guys, and I'll be going live. We're going to be doing a naval tour. So for those of you that like military and hanging out on the ocean, oh well. Look at this boat here. That's something serious there.
We're seated up forward, stand by for the ship's whistle.
We're on a, it's called the military thing. Look at this gun.
Welcome aboard PCF 816.
This is something
I
serious.
need that. PCF
Oh, you need the West?
Vietnam era.
I
want you in it. Get over there.
Oh, it's recording. It's live.
1968.
Ah! Yeah, it's around the world. It's live right now.
Here and up in South Florida.
I'm used to just taking pictures.
And she was used in that capacity
You're crowding her.
in 1972.
Oh, you got to turn it
At
up.
the end
Okay.
of 72, this boat and a sister ship, PCF
Thank you.
813, were given to the country of Malta for the nucleus
can't.
of their maritime support. During
Look
our
at that.
operations in
Look at that ship
Vietnam,
there.
You want to switch seats so you can be on the
we had about 3,500 sailors serve on these boats. Over 100 of them. All up and down the coast, sometimes in the Delta. Of that, we had
Hey, Deja, can I see your,
and 50 killed in action. During an operation in Malta, PCF 813 was in the process of taking illegal fireworks out to sea to be dumped. Had a fire explosion. Killed 7 of their 8 crew on the board. Well, we brought this big boat from Malta. One of our agreements with the Maltese was that
let's see, can I?
we now honor all 57 quickboat sailors that we refer to as fill up the crew, and we fly the Maltese flag along with the American flag in their honor.
This is going to be a long tour. So after I get off of this here, then I'm going to go over there. So you got San Diego downtown. Let's go back. So we're going to go over here. So we're going to go here. Then we're going to come all the way back. All the way over there. This is where they go to maneuver that over
Then
here.
it's home port for two nuclear carriers. The first one is the Theodore Roosevelt. And the one on the left is George Washington.
So the Roosevelt and the George Washington.
These carriers displaced a little more than 100,000 tons, and they're over 1,000 feet long. When the air crews embarked, there was over 6,000 people aboard. They were powered by two nuclear reactors, but the thing that moves them through the water is the same as the Midway we're coming up on. Steam turbine. The only difference is how you heat the water. Coming up on the USS Midway, Midway was launched 5 days after the end of World War II. That was at the time the largest warship afloat.
Let me going on this here boat.
Statue over on our port side is called Unconditional Surrender, and it's taken after the Eisenstadt photographed Times Square at the end of World War II. Just to the right is the memorial the USO shows of Bob Hope. The life-size statue of Bob Hope entertained the troops, along with figures next to him, each one representing one of the events on the USO shows he did overseas. His first USO show was at Arch Air Force Base, or Army Air Force Base at that time, in May of 1940. Our main job along the coast was to interdict the supplies that the North Vietnamese were sending down to the south. They did that with steel-hulled trawlers, somewhat similar to the ones on our port side, but much larger and heavily armed. Of course, so were we. We had 6 350 caliber machine guns and an 81mm motor, and a lot of small arms also. We got pretty accurate with that 81mm mortar. We actually had a gunner's base put a round right into the pilot house of one of the trawlers. Kind of had a bad day for that, Captain. Although we interdicted more than 4 dozen of those North Vietnamese vessels, captured some caused to turn around or self-destruct. By that time, the North Vietnamese figured it wasn't cost-effective to try to supply their people that way. So they started sending in everything down the Ho Chi Minh Trail. At that point, they moved some of us into the Mekong Delta to help support the shipyards and other boats that were there.
Look at this yacht behind us. I like it down here.
The large blue building on the port side is San Diego Convention Center. It's the site of Comic-Con every year. The green glass is supposed to represent the crashing surf. The sails of sailing ships sailed this port many years ago. I'm going to start passing around a Vietnam era flak jacket and helmet. This is when we roll around patrol. The man shell that you see is home of the San Diego Philharmonic. And it's built in the shape of a shape of nautilus.
Look at it. I want to show you guys something. Pay attention, right? What's coming up. Crazy yachts. So, you got your millionaires, then you have your multi-millionaires, then you have your billionaires. I guess you can really tell the difference in money. That's crazy. Look at this.
We were all cross-trained on each other's jobs. So that the quartermaster could set the head spacing and timing on the 50 caliber, and the boatswain could adjust the rack on the diesel engine. One thing was never done was drive a tugboat. While going through training, one of the places we learned to come alongside of and get away from is the 10th Avenue Marine Pier on our port side. This pier is mainly what they call freight vault. Otherwise, cargo doesn't normally fit containers. The exception is Joel, who runs the fleet of ships, travel back and forth between here and Central America. So if you had a Joe banana anywhere west of the Mississippi, that keeps them right here. And by the way, that
Y'all want to see some real money? Look at this.
fuel bar. And steel belt.
What's this? There's a difference in money, huh? Look at this. Talking about difference in money, and that's just a yacht. Look at the helicopter on top. See the helicopter on top? That's crazy money.
Seawater Explorer is a research vessel.
There go the seagulls. I guess that's what they use to load up ships. I'm sorry?
We're gonna get you next.
Oh, yeah?
This first ship is an Arleigh Burke-class destroyer.
It's a nice day to be out.
You guys are from Victor now?
Yeah.
You down for the day or the weekend?
No, I'm a content creator. So I'm a content creator.
Oh, nice.
So I just travel.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So we're down here for the week.
Were you down here yesterday?
Yeah, but I didn't get a chance to do that. I didn't know about this until yesterday.
Oh, really?
We didn't get a chance to do this here tour.
Did you see the protest yesterday?
I did.
Yeah?
We had just made it down.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, photographer. I need you out here.
All right.
Does this do anything if I put this button?
No,
Okay.
it doesn't do anything. I just have to hold my back. Dang, I didn't look at all these. Damn.
Shipping to dry dock is another hourly bird class. Just
Get your hat on back.
USS Larson. PD 20 is another class of landing party dock. That is the USS Greenway. Down here. The other ship is dry dock,
81 mortar.
total combat ship.
All right.
It happens to be a driver there. We'll see some other ships.
I don't think I have a choice. Here, man.
Go around once, dear. I want to see you on Facebook tonight.
Oh, look at this one. That's crazy. Oh, that's whose yacht that is? Oh, wow.
See a couple.
See this here ship? This is the one that first time I seen this ship. It was going down the, it was traveling down. I think that's the Missouri.
They're pumping the water out. Maybe they just either launched the ship or they're getting ready to receive one.
Look at all these ships.
We're an outfit destroyer. Next two ships are actually fast food and fuel transport. They come in the battlefield wherever they go. They're called MOCS ships, Military Sea Transport, or USNS, United States Naval ship. White House ship, the USS Percy. Their East Coast counterpart is the USS Comfort. They respond to humanitarian missions all over the world.
Look at the medical ship.
Forward is number 18, USS Montgomery, Independence class LCS variant. Behind her is USS Freedom, the monohull variant. Number 4 is the USS Foxer. Recently went through a lot of modernization. Paris Marine.
I had no idea all these ships was out here.
This third view. That's the observation. It carries the two-hander, carries two, and a submarine warfare helicopter. Another two Army berths. And a third one on the other side of the pier. You notice these ships don't have big rotating radar antenna on top of the mast. All the radar is contained within those light gray panels around the superstructure.
Dang, I wasn't aware of this many ships out here.
Some more littoral combat ships. That compartment in the stern, you can see.
Yeah, when I'm down here, I always go to the USS Midway. As a matter of fact, I'll be going there today.
Used by Navy SEALs and Marine Raiders.
That's a speedboat, huh? What?
You see forward is the newer class.
What, the speedboat? We can go on that.
Over the littoral combat ship. On the other side of the pier is the older class. And the littler ones, if you take a look at them, they are much more stealthy than the old ones.
Hey, I had no idea that this military shipyard was this big.
Of equipment, material, etc. can be loaded in there and then launched while at sea.
Hey. Look at this ship.
Number 8 is called an LHD, helicopter carrier, USS Lincoln Island. On the other side of the pier,
This is
one of the
crazy.
last Ticonderoga class cruisers.
Look how big these ships are. Thank you. Look at
The USS Kingsley Shore. This white barge, number 59, is where a crew
Look at
would
this.
live on a ship that's in the shipyard. And things are being done that affect the habitability.
It's crazy.
Number 70 is the USS Lake Erie. That's the first cruiser to shoot down a ballistic missile.
Oh crap. Look what's coming up. We're talking about those ballistic you know those ballistic missiles that shooting over in our. We're talking about the ship that was one of the first to shoot down those ballistic missiles.
Harley first class destroyer USS John Finn. Coming up from the newer one, the USS Jock Allen Lucas. This cruiser is the USS Joseph, named after the Marine battle at the Chosin Reservoir in Korea.
Look at this. This is crazy.
Okay, everybody should take their seat and hold on to your hand. We're going to do a limited high-speed run.
We're finna go on a. Oh, you hear that over there? So they're going to, this is crazy, these amount of ships they got. And if we finna go on a high-speed run. This is crazy. So those are your barge ships over there.
Might hang on to that jacket.
Okay, what's your jacket?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when they were shooting down people, chasing people down, they used this here boat and this here gun. Oh, okay. This is what you go on the run with one of these. Imagine being ran up on in a boat like this. You got a rocket launcher here, you got a rocket launcher here, and then you got this here. What's the name of this tour? I'll know in a minute. It's the Maritime. It's the San Diego Maritime. This is one of those situations when you say I ain't scared of you. That's what I mean when I say I ain't scared of you. Look at the boat going side to side. Look at that. Yeah, I think it's a great tour to just check out.
only about 18 knots. Right now we're kind of limited. This port engine's pretty much brand new.
Look at that.
We're spending a lot of money on it. Oh, we hit 17. And we're kind of limited to about 1,800 RPM. Well, we rebuilt that engine. Maybe. That's why one time got the boat up to about 24.
Sit.
But that was kind of in Vietnam we always let the mechanics fix whatever the problems were. We didn't worry about it. We were worried about the advantages both the maneuverability and the speed that you can quickly build up. There is no armor plate. This is the thickness of all the aluminum. A 22 will go right through. In some ways, on the Mark I boat, a little different cabin layout with bigger windows. We had B-40 rockets go right through the hull, right through the superstructure, and not explode.
I think one of the better ships, I think it's this one. I think that's probably one of the better ships.
We trained over the port side, over here in Coronado. And that was a starboard training center during the Vietnam War. And it continues to be so. Training the special warfare craft operators. And the expeditionary warfare craft operators. Also the home of the Navy SEALs. And the site in a park of the Vietnam unit.
Oh yeah, the medical one.
That memorial has the names of all the Navy and Coast Guard personnel
That's a full hospital over there.
that were killed in Vietnam. Along with the Medal of Honor and Navy Cross awardee. In the park are 3 boats.
I tell you, one of the best passports you can have is that you see this Red Cross? That's the best passport in the world. If you ever to get one of those, it's almost like what do they call them? A diplomat passport. It's almost close to a diplomat passport.
Representing all 3 arms of what was called the Brown Water Navy.
This is Coronado Island over here.
Mommy just said she's allergic to fried chicken.
What? Like that.
Every time I eat it, my stomach.
Oh, it's not the fried chicken, it's the grease. It's the type of grease. So,
Then you don't want to kill the AirPods all at once. But I only have 10% in the case.
I don't even think they was hooked up, were they?
Yeah.
I know it was in my ear, but I don't think I had it on. Yeah, let's see this. Keep on this.
We're coming up on the Coronado Bay Bridge. It's just for a study of practicality. If you would try to build a bridge directly between the two cities, the incline would be in excess of 8 to 10 degrees. This way they keep it less than 6. The center section of that bridge over is 216 feet above mean low sea level.
That.
That section and the sections on either side are boxing construction. That for any reason, if that bridge comes down, those sections will float, be torn away and not block the entrance or exit to the naval base.
I'll live on that ship all year round. It's big enough too. What's that?
Information about the boat.
Oh, it's information. Yeah, exactly. You have a store on there. So I see why a lot of people, when they get on there, they like, I'm good. But you talking about an amazing yacht. That yacht, wow.
There you go.
Yes, they're one of the better ones to actually build credit, especially when you have bad credit. Because it makes it much easier to get an unsecured card when you have bad credit. Just make sure if you're gonna join them, try to open up multiple accounts with them. So that would be like your checking, your savings. Do their secured card and their pledge loan. Also do their starter CD. That's gonna help your internal score. Yeah, that pledge loan would definitely help you out. One of the bigger ones, if you were able to do direct deposit, that'll also help. Look, military police. Yes. Now just remember, like with that pledge loan, that's not going to help you out when it comes to personal loans with Navy Federal. They look at a different metric. As a matter of fact, the Maritime used to be a backdoor way to join Navy Federal, and they shut it down. Oh yeah. Yeah, the what? The military police. See, my son is brave enough. Look, my son is brave enough to ride those. Yeah, get their other products. That's going to help you a lot. Yes, that security card. Absolutely. Now with that security card,
Coronado Bay Bridge.
hold on.
The only way to get back and forth between the two cities is you drove all the way around the Strand, which is about 26 miles. Or you took the Coronado ferry from the Port of Orange over to the Port of Broadway. So we were riding in the late 60s, early 70s. The cost for a pedestrian was 25 cents. This ferry right now, to go one way, is $7. However, if you're a commuter with a commuter card, during the week, during hours, you can ride back and forth for free.
Hey, that's a great business to start too. Buying those jet skis and renting them out like at the lakes and stuff. Oh, but back to your question. When you get that secured card, the thing about it, you want to make sure by the time your statement date closes, try to make sure it's paid down to 10% because that'll help your credit score increase. Of the Coronado beach over there.
Coming up on Coronado Island, more correctly, northbound on Naval Air Station.
The one that's the most flexible right now is probably like low credit finance. They're probably the more flexible. Also max personal loans. So it just depends on the state that you're in. But max personal loan, because they are tribal lenders, so I would look at them as well. Now just remember, max personal loan, the interest rates may be much higher. They are going to be much higher. Ain't no maybe. They are going to be much higher. But low credit finance, their interest rates is probably going to be more reasonable. But it also depends on your income.
Ever since then, North Island's been known.
Because they focus more on income instead of the credit score. Now also, with the third-party credit bureaus, whatever's on that application, when they check it, that's also something they're going to actually look at as well. So if that information on the application is not matching up with the information with the third-party credit bureaus, that may give them a signal to deny you as well. So like I said, that's the reason I tell people, it ain't always about the credit. It's usually something else in your file that they're looking at.
The main part of the base, which a lot of it still exists, was started construction late teens. Many of the existing buildings built in the 20s. That tower that you see pretty much right off our starboard bow, been there since 1929.
Look at this.
There's some great old
Dive.
20s, we both went to 30s. Also, some interesting shots of downtown San Diego, where the only building I recognized was the U.S. Grand Hotel.
Nuclear ships. Oh yeah, that's a nuclear aircraft carrier.
Most of the time, my family isn't around because they're probably going to do their own thing. It's very rarely that they hear me speak with clients and stuff like that, especially on the road.
Carbon management ship, yeah. It's called Technora. Huh? It's a cruiser racer. Should be fun. Yeah, less.
Look at this ship coming up.
Well, they won't. They should use them.
I was trying to convince my son to join the Air Force, but then he decided he's going to be a fireman, so he's in Fireman Academy. You know what? That's exactly true. You know, the thing about it is, when you learn something that's going to be more beneficial to help your family and help your friends and stuff, you tend to focus on it more. So and the thing about it, I'm always learning something too.
Yeah.
It's like a new. They're building. Is this a new ship they're building? Fly Navy? Right.
Hey, Jill, that'd be a fun little vlog.
Look at how this boat open up out of the water. There's a lot of sailboats out here. Yeah, I like Credit Plug. He's been around a long time. I have big respect for him. I'm trying to push to 100,000 subscribers on this channel, on both my channels, and I just launched a new channel. We just launched a new YouTube channel. It's 1 Minute Credit Coach, where I'm just answering random questions in a minute. So we just launched that channel, but on the two channels, I'm over 100,000, but I'm trying to push 100,000 on this here channel. So that way, we're planning on renting a yacht down here and throwing a party.
In Australia, it costs $500,000. In Australia, it costs $500,000.
So let's buy it here, sell it there, and sell it.
Yeah.
Just do that.
And pay import tax on it.
Walk away with 200,000. Still not that big.
You have to work it out. You have to see how it works.
Look at how that boat rocking side to side. Huh? Oh, the plane land? This is the airport, like when Jay-Z and Beyonce, they're coming into California. This is the airport that they actually come in. Their jet comes in at. As a matter of fact, Alicia Keys, one of her houses, Alicia Keys, one of her houses is back up in the hills over there.
Operational sailing ship, ironhouse sailing ship in the world. She'll be 162 years old in November. And just next to her is the HMS Surprise.
Look at that.
Surprise is a replica of a 18th century British frigate used as master and commander far side of the world, as well as Pirates of the Caribbean.
These boys ain't playing, are they?
First, the boat you came on. It's the Berkeley, which was actually used to evacuate personnel from the San Francisco Lincoln fire. On the other side, the submarine you cross.
We're getting ready to go inside a submarine when we get off of here.
Submarine. Diesel submarine. And a third of her is the Medea. Medea is an early 19th century steamboat that was actually used to patrol off the coast of Scotland both World War I and World War II. Outside of her usually is the pilot boat. Original pilot boat dates back to 1906. It was used in this harbor.
I'm gonna be going on this here boat, and then
hers in San Salvador.
so I get off. After I get off from here, I'll go on this one. Then I'll go on this here boat. It's this one, that one, this one. First the submarine.
It sailed into this harbor in 1542. And then just ahead of her is the California, the official pearl ship of the state of California. She's modeled after a 1850s Monterey Bay schooner.
So we'll go on this here one.
I'd like to mention this swift boat is the last operational swift boat afloat, and is now on the National Registry of Historic Vessels. Bob and I both crewed these boats in Vietnam. And we just replaced the engine and rebuilt it, what I'm standing on right now. And that's going to end up costing us almost $100,000. These are Detroit
That's
diesels.
crazy.
Have made it since 1969. Parts aren't cheap, obviously. So we always like to go on patrol with plenty of ammo, and I checked my ammo box forward here, and it's not full. So if you have any extra ammo, we want to appreciate it. Take care. Have a great Father's Day and a great day here in San Diego. Thank you.
Are we riding on this? We'll go to this one.
How many hours you gonna have on that?
Just this whole trip, and then I'll
You got a lot of storage.
yeah. Well, actually, it's live on YouTube, so
Oh, okay.
yeah. So that way I don't have to hold the data. All right, guys. I appreciate you all hanging out with me, and I appreciate you all supporting me as well. And I thank you all for that. I really appreciate it. We're getting ready to get off. Oh wow. I don't know if some of y'all didn't see this here yacht. Here. Let's see. It has a landing pad on it too. How long has this one been docked?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you know how long this here one has been docked?
That I would guesstimate it somewhere between 180 and 210 feet.
Oh wow.
And this is
My buddy said that thing's 30 million. And that's the
This one?
toy hauler.
this is just a toy hauler. The guy's yacht is much bigger and nicer.
Oh,
This is just to haul his helicopters
That
and
thing's
his
got
fast
five
boats
engines on it.
and all of his toys. So it's like a support ship
He's
to
got
his,
dune
to his
buggies in
yacht.
there. He's got surfboards, all kinds of stuff. in it.
Really?
This is just the secondary, and it's still only 30 million.
Wow. Just 30 million.
That boy has some loose change.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Worth 30 million. Those are all just support, like they have dune buggies in there, bicycles.
That's a nice boat. Yeah. And that's a toy hauler.
What the helicopter?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't think I saw it today.
That for $30 million.
This came here for some little bit of repairing. That's pretty cool.
I don't know who the guy is, but they says his.
Spending a week just for fuel and food.
Yeah, exactly. You're talking about old money. That's old money. Well, he's deeply into tech. Here's the submarine I'll be going in. Like a couple, what was it, about 6 months ago I came down here and there was a yacht here. That yacht stretched where the beginning of that boat all the way down here. Took up the whole thing. Then they had one going this way with the landing pad. No, it doesn't go underwater. You just go through it to see what it's like and everything. So you tell them. So I guess one of those yachts over there probably belongs to this guy. One of those.
Could be, I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, that was some pretty big boats over there.
Shut it down.
You leave the boat and come down the starboard side here. Thank you very much, everybody.
All right, guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me. I'm going to get off of here. Thanks for the support.